Hey there, welcome. My name is Preston Zeller, and I'm a real estate agent in Southwest Washington. And just recently had a post published on Inman, and I will share that now. And so, if you're on here, you're probably in the real estate industry. If you're not, Inman is one of the biggest real estate websites for real estate agents and kind of everything in the sort of retail real estate world. And so I published a post, and you can see it on the right here, 10 headshot hints to make them look twice. It was published last Monday, and it's been getting quite a bit of good positive reaction to the community here. And I guess it's a bigger issue than one would have thought. So, and just to give you kind of an idea here. I'll show you what the shares are like. So yeah, it's got close to 1,000 shares on Facebook, pinned 6 times, and then shared 228 on LinkedIn. So, some sort of virality there, but I think the kind of takeaway for me is that just this is a more important topic than I thought it was for in terms of how dear people are holding it to them. But yeah, so I wanted to go through kind of any questions that I had from some of these 10 points. And really, this is a combination of research from Photofeeler and also a study from University of New York. And that's Buffer went through that study and did a really detailed post that this got crazy scientific. I mean, you can see how, granular they got with how each area of the body, depending on its position and all these kind of things, how people responded to it. So, whole different ball game. If you get into the Photofeeler study, you'll see that I think it's this one. No, I'll go back. So the Photofeeler study, yeah, the perfect photo. So this is where I got a lot of my information. I just kind of boiled it down, made it a little more digestible for the busy on-the-go real estate community. But you can see here kind of they have a bit more right here in these graphs where each category suffered or not by having the certain features. So I wanted to go through mine real quick, though, my results, and show you how I sort of took the feedback that I received from, the Photofeeler community, as well as doing this research to get the winning headshot here, and pretty much address any of these questions down here. So I'll show you my dashboard here. Now, I had an extra one that you're probably not going to see, and that's this one on the bottom left. As you can tell from the scores, it's pretty low on all 3 counts. And then you got this one on the bottom right here. That was a headshot from 2013, fall 2013. I want to say no, fall 2014, and just jacked with the color too much. I mean, I have a background design, kind of. It was a warm day that day, but still the lighting's pretty, a little bit overdone there. So then we get into all these shots that I tested from a previous or recent shoot I did. Now, a key thing to take into account here is I did 40 votes on all of these. Now, if you're going to go do a new test, let's say I was going to test this again, business, put whatever there. Okay, so 40 votes gets you very statistically accurate results according to Photofeeler. 10 votes, and I've seen this in a lot of people, you do 10 votes and go, oh, look, I have fantastic scores. You're not getting a really accurate depiction, because I've seen my scores start lower and also start really high, and then they level out as you get to, this 40 range. I chose 40. 80 seems, maybe a bit overkill to me, but So that's something to take into account. But here's what my dashboard looks like, and let me go through real quick some of these photos. I believe this first one should be this one. Yeah. So this is one of my worst rated photos. It was a clip I took from a piece of publicity that was done in the Portland area for a startup company I was working on. You can see competency way low, likability, you know, kind of middle there, middle influential, nothing fantastic. So let's look what the notes say. Would prefer a different pose. Okay, yeah, now reflecting back on the research, this makes more sense because my body is sort of angled left, if you're staring straight at the picture, and I'm doing this sort of model look at the, you know, turn my head and look at the camera type thing. Photo's a bit blurry, yep, definitely the lack of clarity doesn't help there, and again, prefer a different pose. So you can kind of see the distribution here of you know, what people thought about it. Next, I'll take you to this one. Now, this is the photo I eventually ended up using, but you can see it's kind of tighter on the framing. Scored still fairly high in all these. Okay, too close up. Okay, that was a good cue there. It forced me to go back and look at the framing research a little bit. Prefer if I was smiling a bit less. You know, smile is a bit more magnified because you know, my face is close up. Great photo. Okay, so you can see the distribution there is a lot better than this one. So then I'll show you this picture, which was kind of the runner-up. The reason I didn't go with this is because obviously likability suffered quite a bit, even though the competency and being influential is fairly high. I mean, you know, working real estate, I got to make sure I'm likable, right? When someone looks at a picture, and you know, the biggest thing off the bat was I liked this photo because it looked a little, you know, I guess smug isn't a good word, but you know, form of that, you know, kind of this humble confidence. Prefer if they would smile. If I was smiling a bit more. I got 2 of those comments. That led me to believe, okay, yeah, I should probably take that more seriously. Great photo. Someone actually typed in, "Dude, you're killing it." That was pretty funny. And again, you can see the score deviation here. So, you know, kind of in comparison, this one actually had more votes that were no in any of the categories. Same here. This one I only had 1 vote, you know, no in the competent category. So now back to this one. I decided to take that, reframe it, and see how it would look. And you'd be shocked at how much that increased everything. So 84% competent, 95% likable. It's pretty good. 93% influential. So, you know, all these are pretty high scores. Could I test it more to get in the 90th percentile for competent? Yeah, probably. But, you know, is that going to make or break things? Not necessarily. You know, I was kind of working with a limited amount of headshots. So I thought this was pretty good. What were my notes? Great photo, great smile, great smile. And here are my scores. So I only got 1 vote no in competent, influential, but I got a lot of varies. A lot of varies and yeses in all these categories. And I think that's what really boosted the scores tremendously. So yeah, there you have it. That's my research. And going back to the article here, I would encourage you to kind of check out your headshot and just examine it and see, you know, are you on point with it? Or is it something that you've just been really delaying to do because you don't want to deal with it? And I can tell you it's made a huge difference for just my confidence in handing out my business card. I can tell you that probably 1 out of 3 people will comment on my business card. I mean, this could be a client, this could be a colleague, someone in the industry. They'll just say, wow, this is a good photo. And I mean, I, for the most part, didn't really get that much before. So to get it now is pretty cool. So, you know, it's something to put some thought into. Go get your photos redone. It's worth the money. and test them on Photofeeler, and use the hints from this, the 10 headshot hints from this article to improve your photo, and you know, hopefully that'll work out well for you. So I appreciate you guys checking out this article. If you want more information like this, I'll continue writing for Inman, or you can go to just my blog on prestonzeller.com, and I'll put a link down in the info. And you know, I look forward to seeing you guys around. And if you have any questions, you can also you know, message me on the site, email me, that kind of thing. So thanks a lot. Have a great day.